Hi everybody, and welcome to Cosmic Crit. I'm Jabert, your, well, not your favorite bug soldier, but, you know, one of the bug soldiers that you like, I presume. Welcome again to this episode. I'm very excited for you guys to hear it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get on to it, though, I just wanted to bring up our Discord. The Cosmic Crit Discord is a great place to sort of connect with people who play Starfinder. If you have any questions about rules, it's a great place to just get a quick opinion on stuff like that. And we have an Ask the Cast section that's a lot of fun. We have recently been having a conversation about favorite one-class parties. So a party of all Technomancers is sort of what I sort of envision when I think about a class that would work really well like that. But I mean, I know that, as the game was being designed, they specifically mentioned that, that you could run the game with a party of all soldiers, and so it's, I don't know, we were having some fun chatting about that, and yeah, we'd love to hear your perspectives on that. What class do you think would make the best all one class party? Let us know your thoughts over at our Discord in the hashtag AskTheCast channel. And yeah, we'll see you there. No other meaningful news right now to report, so I'll not waste your time any longer, and we'll get right into episode 153, The Antisocial Network.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
It's time to loot up this dungeon basement raid. I'm crunching the numbers and we got a 32.22%, repeating of course, percentage of survival on this week's episode of the Cosmic World of War Crits. This is your intrepid clan leader and RP server GM, Patrick, welcoming you back to the grind. We're here to slay Murlocs and grief the Horde. And joining me in this fetch quest extraordinaire are my 5 friends and your adventuring party mates. To my right, she's a Draenei Paladin with the power to smite you out of existence. It's Rebecca rolling with Zinnia.
Leroy Jenkins. I get this reference.
Across from her, why, he's all about that DPS. Drew Drokes per second. It's Drew delivering Echo 7.
ASL, RP.
To my right, why, the tankiest tank that's ever tanked. Charging headfirst into battle, it's Leroy Tyler, dredging up with Devasho.
Wow.
Across from him, the analytical healer who can't help but drawing a little aggro for himself. It's Jabert playing as Stressed.
Hey guys, how are you?
And across the digital table, this little mecha gnome has some tricks up his sleeve, but in reality, we know him to be a lovable Pandaren. Why, it's Miles mixing up with Sprouts.
All hail Sylvanas.
Remember when they put Kung Fu Panda in the game?
I was fine with it.
Yeah.
I was more pissed
Cool.
when they made
Pandas.
Sylvanas completely evil than I cared about pandas.
That also introduced monks, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Sounds right. It's been, that's like a decade ago.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Time flies when you're leveling up multiple tunes, right?
By the time this expansion by the time this episode comes out, the next expansion might be out.
So you're saying there's going to be a Cosmic Crit WoW screen?
Yes. There's a bunch of like allied races that were like added in to the game recently, like a whole bunch of playables I didn't recognize. I was like, what?
So in the
new elves
in
and
the
stuff.
last expansion, they added in like what's the term for like
alternate kind of things.
like they're alternate appearances, but they're alternate appearances based on races in the game. Like the Tauren, they introduced the big bull guys. They introduced a moose style race that very much looks like
They added Canadians to the game? How weird.
They are from the north. And it's some of those. And like there's a cute fox race that you can use instead of goblins. But you had to unlock them as part of the game, and I didn't play that expansion long enough to get that far.
So it's basically Starfinder now.
Yeah.
Like honor people and all that.
Yeah, what's weird, I have not played World of Warcraft regularly, actively in a decade, but Rebecca and I spent a decade playing that game, so I could really talk about it a lot. I probably have.
Don't. Oh, please don't. Let's talk about Starfinder. We got about 7 more years until you've got as much time in Starfinder as Warcraft. So we got to get back to it. Last time on the podcast, lots of loot, lots of stuff you hopefully have gotten a chance to take a look at since we last played. But yeah, we have to get back into the action. But before we do that, I want to hear one of you recap last week's episode. And I'm just going to pick a player at random here. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Miles, tell us what happened last time on Cosmic Crit.
As soon as I wrap up one mystery, another one rears its ugly head. I tagged along with Zinni to meet our mysterious benefactor, one Zestus Gravelark. Apparently the old Warhawk Strix has been following her since Huskworld. I don't trust this new feathered friend any further than I can fly, and I ain't sprouting wings anytime soon. He's looking for some swarm research, same as us, but I'm unsure if we should be if we should be hopping to bed with him so soon. At least buy a plant dinner first, maybe some fertilizer. We continued down to the basement and found what this Dr. Malakahat was working at, putting swarm frequency headbands on Formian corpses. We dropped the cybernetic on bed faster than a bad habit and looked at the labs, still searching for the school backup service. But I think our luck might just be changing. Jadvada, making yourself useful and take us to the rack room. Make it snappy. Got a download date with Destiny.
DD with D, you say? Download and date. Yeah, when we last left off, you guys had just taken care of, indeed, cybernetic zombies down here in the basement and gotten some loot upgrades. Feel free to take whatever you guys need for yourselves, but you've basically cleared off the southern side of the basement that you have seen thus far. The only thing I think you haven't checked is the elevator on this side.
Nope.
Oh.
Yup. So what do you guys want to do now?
Well, the elevator probably goes up unless we know of a lower floor, right?
Yeah, you didn't really inspect it up on the first floor, but you don't have any recollection of sub-basement floors. And if you ask Jedvata, he says the same.
I mean, we could go check it out while we're up here before we move on.
Yeah, we could at least peek inside and see if there's any sub-basements or anything to check out.
What's it gonna hurt? Just a little peek, right? Just a little peekaboo inside.
I don't like that one bit.
Who wants to open it up?
Yeah, Tyler. I've been watching Lovecraft Country, so elevators not so hot right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, lots of things can peekaboo out of an elevator.
I believe you've been voluntold to open it up, Tyler.
That's fine. I feel like this is my week to take the lumps, so I'll go for it.
Why is that? Just because I called you a tank in the intro this week?
Yeah, I got called a tank in the intro. I dodged a crit like 2 weeks ago. I feel like my card has been punched.
Well, giddy up, cowboy.
Where is it at on the map?
So I will reveal
right
it
behind
here.
the stairs.
Yeah.
Aha! Doink.
Right over here.
Oh, it looks like there's another room we haven't gone down that way.
Go ahead and make me a strength check to open up these doors. Well. As there's no power, you hit that button, nothing's happening.
This might not go well. This might take.
Why is that?
Strength checks are awful, and they're way too high. Starfinder, I don't know. These DCs are just wild sometimes. I mean, that's a
What'd
fail.
You roll?
I rolled a 9 on the dice for a 14.
I say when it's a fail, Tyler, and you know what? That is enough to elbow in one arm and then just kind of use your body weight to push the other door open here.
Oh, I'm surprised.
And it is powered down. The car is here on this level. And you don't see anything of note. There's like no bodies or nothing in here except another one of those Gelugon extinguishers, those outdated fire extinguishers that Jadvata has been looking for.
Jadvata, here you can add this to your list of extinguishers we've given you.
Oh yes, this is the third one we found.
How many more do you think you would need before you can wire some larger chain explosive together?
Well, now that you have mentioned it, I don't think we need to make just small level ordnance, no more cold grenades, but if I have the time, and you wouldn't mind setting me up maybe in the shop there, well, I can craft the 3 extinguishers we've found into an improvised weapon of some kind. We'd be able to blast Swarm with a cold Gelugon and freeze them right there in their tracks. What do you say?
Can you make it into a heavy weapon?
Oh, it'll be very heavy. I might not be able to lift it.
I think that would be worth our time. What does everyone else think?
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Okay, well, it'll take me some time, so maybe just close the doors behind me. He will, say he can work in the room that you've just cleared out of cybernetic zombies, as there are some basic tools in here, and he's got like a small craft kit with him.
Yeah.
So
Drew did bring up that there is one room as of yet unexplored, I think.
Yeah, over
or was
here
that
to
just...
well, it's east as we're looking at it, but north over here.
Right. Do we want to backtrack and just open what is probably a closet, or?
I'm sorry, where are you looking on the map?
Where?
All the way. Is this not a door?
To the right.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
we need to go back that way. We came back here to check out this room.
Oh, okay.
And now we have to go back to where we were before.
Yeah, this is like
Check out.
backtrack part 2.
Yeah.
Backtrack Boogaloo.
Oh, and we definitely have to keep our eyes open because it looks like this goop could hide things watching us. That's the feeling I got walking through here.
So you do see a lot of what we've described last week as these swarm support structures that look like they've been kind of grown in place, and you've hypothesized that perhaps it's because the school is falling apart and would have maybe in parts collapsed in on itself if you hadn't done that. So you'll have to walk back through the large bathroom and the workspaces here that have been mostly destroyed, save for these large kind of organic pylons and columns lifting up the ceiling above you. And yeah, make it back to a small set of double doors on the south side of a northern hallway here. This door, as you try it, though, Devasho, is locked, it seems like.
Can someone who's better with locks than just brute forcing a door maybe take over for me here?
I can give it a try.
Do you have a lockpicking toolkit?
I have an engineer's kit.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody want to aid as Zinnia starts to monkey around with the lock?
Is that engineering?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, go ahead and everybody roll. And we'll take Zinnia's. So, oh no, a one from
Got that out of the way.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
first one.
That's a good way. That was a good throwaway one, Miles. Very good.
Oh no, Tyler, look at you. Devasha rolled engineering and aided.
I threw away a 17 for that.
All right, give us a roll, Rebecca.
All right.
+2.
It's a 23.
Oh, that won't do it, unfortunately.
Aw.
Yeah, it is a fairly heavy door lock that's keeping these two doors in place. So it will take a little bit more time. If you want, do you want to keep trying, or do you want to try and take 10, perhaps, or even longer on the store? You rolled pretty poor there. So
Yeah, I only got a 4 on the die, so I guess I'm not surprised that I failed.
Mhm.
I mean, should I just roll again? Is there? I mean, I have a
up to you.
I think so.
17
You have a
bonus.
plus 17.
Yeah.
If you just roll, I mean,
Bonus,
you just
yeah.
need to roll a 10, right? Like, I feel like you can do it.
Yeah.
Trest is going to post up in the hallway and just keep guard.
Sure. So you're going towards this western hall, yeah?
Right.
Oh, the 2 on the die.
So as she's rolling, I'll reveal this destroyed hallway here, and on the west side, it looks like there's a destroyed part of the wall that kind of opens up into what looks like a much larger room or set of rooms. And then it continues on down kind of towards the south, towards another set of these swarm walls that have been constructed here.
Yeah, these goose decks.
Mm-hmm. All right, another fail from Zinnia. So time-wise on this, I think it might be a few minutes rolling by.
Can I just take 10?
You are not under any duress right now, so yes. But I will say after another few minutes, taking 10 is not going to be enough. You got sweat on your brow now, your feathered brow, as this lock is stymieing you.
Do I get another roll? I don't know how this works. Am I just out of luck?
No, you can keep rocking, or you can, if you want to take the maximum amount of time, we'll probably call it like 20 minutes or so. You can take 20, because there's not really a threat of failure here, but everyone else will be standing around for a little bit, and I don't think there were any spells from last week that would expire, but if you had cast something, more than likely it would be gone.
I have to admit, I'm having some flashbacks to our episode of Pirates on the Patreon stream, or Patreon podcast, when
Spoilers.
I don't know how many times I had to roll to unlock something.
Yeah. Pathfinder Second Edition's a bit of a different beast.
Indeed.
You just need one good one here, thankfully.
This is unbelievable. I'm getting all the bad rolls out of the way.
So that was a 4, a 2, and now a 3.
Yeah. So do you want to just go ahead and take 20?
I guess I'll take 20. I don't know.
Do you need an assist on taking 20 here?
No need for assistance.
Wow.
I will say the 20 will do it, thankfully.
We got TPK'd by a door.
No, it takes basically the maximum amount of time, a little bit longer than maximum. She's monkeying around with it for a full half hour, but it makes you think that there is something very important on the other side, and as you open it up, indeed you can verify that as it is more than just a closet from your estimation. In this room, behind a tiny desk and a single chair, is a series of floor-to-ceiling racks filled with computer equipment. And there's a small statuette on the otherwise barren desk displaying a flickering holographic banner. But other than that, this room is dark and quiet. But this is pretty sure the server room. Oop,
I was going to say, that's what we're looking for.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think Xenia would immediately start trying to figure out, is there like a interface that I can use to try to get at the data in these servers?
Great question. No, there's not. But beyond that, there's no power in this room, so even if there was, there is not.
Okay. So...
Well, wait. Can Amy help me? Little computer? As an interface to the servers? I don't know how computers work.
So each of these racks is like a backup server and a backup computer, and you could potentially do the same trick upstairs and burn through batteries going through them, but it looks like there's about 30 or so of these things, so I'm not sure if you've brought enough batteries to piece through all of them.
Okay, are they labeled?
I'm sorry. Drew, if you can find some kind of generator or backup generator. What was your question, Rebecca?
Are they labeled on the outside, like with Post-it notes or something?
Just like...
Be really nice.
A1, A2, B1, B2, that kind of thing. There is not any other...
Your information here.
It's possible. Maybe they're labeled by like classrooms or something, you know.
But we have more space to look through that we might find something that could help us here.
Yeah, it sounds like there's nothing we can do unless we wanted to cart all 30 servers back with us, which is not going to happen. So
or burn
I guess we keep
all of
looking.
Our batteries trying to get them to turn on.
Yeah, so I think
they are. Each rack is about one bulk, so maybe if you had a couple of sleds or something, but they would like fill up a truck, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying that's not feasible. So I think our only option really is to try to find a way to restore power. And if that fails, then we can come back with batteries and go that route.
I mean, if we can get the elevator working, we can get the servers working.
What while they're looking over the racks here, Devasho, Trest, Sprouts, what are you guys doing?
Well,
I'm just standing guard at this sort of intersection between this torn down wall and the hall that's leading to the south. I've sort of got my blade at the ready.
You don't want to peek inside at all, got it?
Okay. That's fine.
Sprouts is going to make sure he's gonna hop off the shoulder, kind of peek his head into the room, and glimpse the truth.
Ooh, I think he did that the prior day, but you guys have rested since then, if memory serves.
Correct.
Right, so see things as they are and taking a look around. Do you want to dig in? There's, besides the racks, the only other thing you see here is this small desk. You poking around the desk?
Yes.
Okay, so you notice first thing on the top of this desk that this small statuette is of the goddess Hylax, and it's got like a small banner that seems to pop through a few messages, but the banner kind of scrolls over her head, displaying a few different inspirational messages in Shirin text. The first one's like, "You can do it." The second is, "The Forever Queen believes in you.
Hang in there." And then like a cat hanging from a branch.
I hate Mondays.
Space cat.
Spacat. Yeah, but beyond that, this is not just a small toy. This is a Mark II computer idol from the armory. So this works like a Mark II computer. I mean, yes, it is. It's not AI, unfortunately, but it is a small computer. This is probably what whoever worked here worked on. It'll pop up like a little holographic screen for you to work with.
That's a Mark II, you said?
Mark II, yeah.
That's a pretty dope item.
It's in the Starfinder Armory, page 120, if you guys want to check it out. But besides that, there are a lot of just office and some like technical tools in the drawers. But in the large bottom drawer of this desk, you find a small box. Maybe on the outside in Shirin is written like confiscated materials, and inside you find what looks like a couple of weapons and perhaps other tawdry things students might have had on them. One, at first glance, it looks just like maybe a Infosphere tablet charging cable, but you like thread out a wire from the part that goes into a battery, and it is indeed a harmonic vibro-garrote disguised to look like a charging cable. So it is a scary strangulation item. The second is a microwave Scorch Gun, so a microwave weapon. There is, I believe, another. I think we might have already found one at some point, but a obsidian Electrovore figurine of wondrous power. So it's another summon a little Electrovore. There is a spy drone for cheating on exams, no doubt. A set of thieves' tools, and 2 spell gems of implant data.
Interesting.
Oh, in edition of Space House magazine.
In addition to that, you guys find the 4th, perhaps final, Gelugon fire extinguisher tucked behind the desk.
Yay! Get that back over to Javada immediately.
Whew, so much loot in this basement dungeon.
Yeah. So there's nothing hidden like for the servers or nothing crazy like that?
Nothing magical that this would expose. Not anything I can think of going through the loot here. Perhaps I would have had you roll for some of these things otherwise, but you can tell that it is indeed a weapon from looking at that charging cable. And you can just like read the magic on those spell gems, just taking a quick glance at them. But yeah, that's just about all you find here. Nothing like hidden under the racks or anything along those lines.
All right. Well, I'm still worth the resolve point, I think.
Well, at the very least, there's no need for making a perception roll when you pop into a room like that. You have found all the loot, you think.
Sprout just like points silently to everything.
That's a computer. That's a gun. That's a garrote.
Yeah.
I see everything.
Tried to make a charging cable into a garrote.
Great. So you guys were talking about piecing out of here and exploring the rest of this basement.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So going across the hall to where our boy Trest is guarding, making your way across this obstructed hallway here. Make me a perception check.
Is this within 60 feet?
Yeah, yes.
So it should be included in my glimpse of truth.
I'll allow it. It's just as soon as you turn the hallway here. I think most everyone, including you, are able to tell from looking at the other swarm supports that you've seen, the destroyed hallways here is very much in the process of falling in on itself. You see some bits of the floor above kind of collapsed in, and the swarm pillars here kind of glisten, like they're a little more wet, and from that you think that the reinforcements here have been created fairly recently. They're newer than the ones on the other side of the basement.
Ew.
So you guys,
if they're glistening, can Xenia take a sample of the goo?
Oh yeah, just spatula it right into your science kit.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Gross.
Right ahead. Disgusting, but I like it. Go right ahead and move yourself to the west here, past the destroyed wall Trest was kind of guarding. And as you move in, it will reveal this space here. You can take a look around. Wow. So the wall collapse here. Walking into it, it seems like a very large industrial space with very barren concrete walls and floor. Much of it occupied by machinery. There's large fan units, pipes. The plumbing from the very large bathrooms in this facility seems to go through here. Air ducts and things like that. And the southwestern corner, you see what looks like a mop and a sink and some shelves of janitorial supplies. And there stands tall, spindly pillars of chitin stretching from the floor to the ceiling, kind of throughout this space. But as you're walking through the darkness here, give me another perception check. You guys can move yourself wherever you'd like around. All right.
Gosh.
Got a couple natural ones already. I can see here. Pretty good rolls, right? Sprouts,
yeah.
Are you the highest with a 20?
I believe so.
Okay, so you see a small area off to the side with a bright yellow sign in Sheeran that reads Tornado Shelter, and beyond it, a massive piece of machinery that looks like it could be the school's backup generator.
Oh yeah!
Eat. Oh man,
Huzzah!
just what we needed.
Are we ready for more engineering rolls?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, can we turn it on?
It looks like it will take some time to do, but you can start kicking it in the guts and getting it working. It hasn't run, for probably a better part of a year. Make me an engineering check.
I think Xenia would tell Echo to stop literally kicking it. Thank you.
But I have sensors in my feet.
Hey, look, it's the roll, the roll that you needed before.
It's a good roll. It's a 35.
This one is so much easier than the unlock door as well. Turning on a backup generator, it's like 2 wires, you flip a switch, that's it. Yeah, so DC 22, it looks like it's going to take some while, though, to get it running at full capacity. Like maybe you have to tinker with some of the settings. But as you do, it starts making a huge humming noise, and you see like a few puffs of smoke maybe popping out the side of it. And in the ensuing noise that is created here, why doesn't everyone just make me an initiative check, and we'll see where we go from there.
Just for fun, right?
Well, sometimes it's good to
for
know
my fun.
what order we'll explode in. So it's good. Guys, don't metagame the initiative rules, please.
What are you talking about?
You don't know where you might have to fight this generator. You have no clue. Just kidding.
And I know the audience can't see our faces, but the look of disgust on all of our faces as we look at our various initiative rolls is pretty telling.
I don't know. Patrick's are pretty bad too, so I think we're all disappointed.
Wait, why did I roll 2?
I don't know, but take that second one.
I only pressed it once.
Yeah, it looks like you rolled a 17 first. That's what we're going with.
No, that's perfectly fine. I just don't know. I pressed the button once. I don't know why I rolled 20. Decided to give me 2 rolls.
Roll20 is having a 2-for-1 sale today for you, Miles.
Well, I'm going to return the first one.
Great. So, moving around the corner here, you maybe just barely hear a door swinging open in the back western side of the room. Are a number of swarm creatures who start forward on bipedal claws in your direction, and there's some friends that we have seen before. As they turn the corner on their surprise rounds, you see a few swarm revulsors, a Korvox, and one of the Ephigienes, who I have rolled into the initiative turn order, but I don't think any of these is going to beat top of the turn order. Trest, wow.
Well done, Trest.
First time for everything, huh?
What's your bonus to initiative?
+2.
Oh boy. Yeah, that makes sense. So you're closest to these things as well, maybe 30 feet across the floor, and your shearing kind of senses just prick up as you hear the sound of their claws on the concrete floor marching towards you.
Oh boy, let's see here. Well, my speed is 30, and if they're 30 feet away, I'm starting to put together an idea here. Let's see. Let me actually look and see where the rest of my team is. That's a more important thing to think about. It's a long way to run away from where Devasho is. So let me just...
What, into 4 swarm creatures?
Is that just going to run over there and just immediately get flanked by 4 creatures and get beaten up? I think this might be a good time to call in some reinforcements.
Ooh.
So we're going to
burn an RP.
Burn an RP to standard action. Mm-hmm. Call these guys down. I think this time we're going to go for the... let's go for the inevitables this time.
Okay, so tiny little constructs popping in. Are they tiny or small?
These are tiny.
Gotcha.
And let me actually see. I have to look and see what they do. They got slam attacks, and arc guns. So I'm trying to decide if I want them to be at range or not. I think I'll have them at range.
Okay.
And then each of them is going to... So I'll pop this guy in over here. So I'm sort of like creating a little bit of an arc around them. And each one of them is just going to take a quick shot. Let's say let's have them focused fire on this guy over here. This what do we call those guys?
Swarm revulsors.
The revulsor, yeah.
Yeah, you guys
revulsor over on the right.
Fought them up in the classroom above. So if you recall, these are the ones with the ear-splitting shriek.
Oh boy. Oh good. Well, just one shot each. Okay, that's a 2. That's not going to do anything.
Oh, toots.
That's a 3. Cool. Great
You're
start.
improving.
Right. 3s.
Oh, and a 6. We're getting better each time. And with the move action, I'm going to sort of step up here into this gap between this cooling duct and this
column of the swarm chitin. Yeah,
this column of stuff. So,
all right,
and we'll stand there menacingly.
Alrighty, and next in the turn order, Echo 7. You are a little further away, maybe twice as far away as your ally, about 40 foot to the closest swarm. What would you like to do?
Did I mention after the last fight that I was swapping batteries in a weapon?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Spend some. So you definitely have had some time with, at the very least, getting that door unlocked.
Just wanted to make sure because I had made a note about the battery, but I hadn't changed my ammo in the gun. So making sure I clarified that before we did anything. So unfortunately, Tress is kind of right in the line of fire.
Yep, they've plugged the gap for you, so you don't get charged. What a good friend, right?
I think I'm still going to try to take a shot.
Okay. You're rocking just an energy weapon, right? Your laser cannon?
My azimuth artillery laser, which has the range, and I know I'll be shooting through.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to do a little bit of heavy fire.
All right, so that's a full action, and you're blasting away at that same revulsor.
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead, make that attack.
Wow.
Oh boy, Drew.
Happy birthday, Patrick!
Started off.
I thought I was going to do that all ironic, but I critted your creatures, but no.
I didn't even have them ready because I was like, you know what? It's been such a hard couple weeks. I'm sure they're not going to roll a ton of crits this episode as well. Just like the ghost episode. Do you want the official Critical Bumble deck, or you want the Cosmic Crittermander version?
Patrick, it's your birthday. I want the Cosmic Crittermander version.
Oh, no. Okay. And this is a energy weapon. All right. Submitted by Reagan. It's called... Oh, come on. Come on.
Come on!
And they've made one for both kinetic and energy. But the energy one says the energy focus module on your weapon pops open, allowing a blast of said energy to arc into your face. You take 1d4 non-lethal damage, and you are dazed and blinded until your next turn.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so that's 1d4
brutal.
damage, you said?
Well, gang, it was fun.
I love that a lot. Most of the time, our fan crits always follow the first. You're going to take some damage.
I saw the 1d4. I was like, this is fine.
Yes, that's 1 point of damage. But let's get the dazed and blinded cards out as we. So dazed, unable to act normally. You can take no actions, but have no penalty to AC. And blinded, I'm just
blinded on
I
top
can't
of it.
see. But that's only until my next turn, not through my next turn.
Oh, back to the website. Let's see here. You know what? The wording here says until your next turn. Yes. So that's not that bad.
Yeah,
Grandpa
not so
wins
bad.
again.
Man, good thing if they had put for like for 1d4.
1d4 turns, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, bye, Drew. You know what? You can go play a video game. I'll text you when we're ready.
Anybody want to fear me into the other room again?
The kinetic one is the poor grip causes recoil to smack you in the face with your own gun, and you get a black eye that gives you a -2 to your charisma for 1 week.
What?
Until unless you use a healing serum. But I find that hilarious.
For a week? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
really
it. We need to roll that for Devasho. All right,
please
so unfortunately that's your turn. Sprouts Marlowe, your ride has become a little ineffective.
Oh boy.
But do you want to stick around on him? Do you want to pop off?
Yeah. I'm gonna target this one that's directly in front of Trest.
Yep, the core box. Or the revulsor that's closest.
That way I can still make my trick and move kind of right next to Trest and take a shot at this.
I think you'll have to be here if you want to get him right next to this column.
Right here, you said?
Yeah, just move up right there. Get yourself on the front line.
I don't think so.
Well, you can move behind Trest if you want, or to the side of Trest and shoot around the column.
Yeah, that
You can climb Trest if you want.
I could also do that. I will do that. This is a big mistake. All right, and then I am going to shoot the same gentleman. And
Go right ahead.
That's a CR 18 or lower.
Oh my, the trick goes off for certain.
Flat-footed, but only 16 to hit.
Against EAC?
Yes.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh boy, that's 20 points of damage.
Okay. Well, we've started this one off pretty fast. That is a lot on that trick. Oof. So fire and plasma just burning through this revulsor's clawed arm, and that will bring us to Zinnia. I indeed rolled fairly poorly in initiative turn order.
That's what I like to hear.
Honestly, very surprised because none of us rolled very well on this. So, all right, I am going to first try to identify these things. I know we've been fighting all of these. We kind of have a variety pack of swarm here, but I assume I need to identify them to get my bonus.
Yeah, I'll let you roll against the highest one. If you hit that, you'll have carte blanche against the rest.
All right.
Oh,
no,
that's a fail. Oh no!
Of course.
Rebecca needs to get some sage and like smudge or like I don't know. You need to do a ceremony.
Well, I'm hoping that a natural 1 on my life science check means that I don't roll a natural 1 on my attack roll, which is my next move.
Ooh, we're hoping. So I will say, if you want to roll on subsequent turns against the lesser ones, you can, but you're a little confused as the context of seeing this yellow bordered swarm in the back here, and you just don't recognize them, and it throws you off.
What could it be? I've never seen this. Okay, I'm going to take a shot with my sonic pistol at not the one everyone else was hitting, but the other one.
Okay, there's 2 revulsors, and you do have a little more of a clear view right now to the
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could move, but then, I mean, where would I move?
There's only a little negative shooting through your allies, shooting through a Trest and Sprouts. So
okay, maybe I'll do that. So I'll move forward just a little bit and take a shot at the one that everyone else has been hitting thus far.
Hey, team fire. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. That's a CR 9 or lower on the trick, but
trick
only
success.
An 11 on the attack.
Toot, toot, toot.
Oh no, that's a miss. A miss on the revulsor, unfortunately. And that is going to finally bring me to one of their turns. I have rolled higher than Devasho, thank goodness. And I think... so this is going to be the Koravox, who has a bit of a uninterrupted view of both Trest and Sprouts, who's on their Trest's shoulder. The Koravox is going to ready his arm cannon and spit out a couple hot blobs of acid in your guys' direction. So taking 2 attacks. First one to Trest, second to Sprouts. Bingo, bango. That's what we like to see.
You
17 and a natural 20.
You gotta be kidding.
Jeez Louise. That's my first rolls. I don't know about you guys. So this first one against Trest, it's so little. It's not that much at all. 1d4 plus 4 acid damage. You might not even get anything. 5 acid damage. Do you still have your resistance up?
I unfortunately never used one of those myself.
Oh,
so
sugar. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. 5 points of acid, and let me roll a couple on our good friend Sprouts.
Plants hate acid.
That is 13 points of acid damage for the crit, and it also has the critical corrode. So on your turns, you will take also a d4 of acid damage. Don't think I'll ever have a better turn with a Koravox, so that's all they've got. Great question. I believe just it's like the burning condition. You get a chance to save
it's like a
at the end of each one. Let's go ahead, and that was the Koravox. Next in the turn order is Devasho.
Yay, I beat the Ephedrine and the freaky ones.
Yeah, sorry. I tried rolling better. I rolled toots.
That's okay. I don't blame you for not making me last. Devasho is very, very far away from the combat, so unfortunately, I think this is just going to be double move territory. But we're going to try to move up the left-hand side. I am going to have to squeeze through a few places. Patrick, I see a big box fan and then some kind of gunk next to some other big box fans on the left-hand side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there space for me in between those?
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
It's 10-foot space there.
Cool. Then this is about... so I'm moving up about as far as I can, but because I have to squeeze through 2 spots, I can't move all that far. But I'm going to get out that fancy sword, and I'm going to have my shield up, and that'll be my whole turn. Womp womp.
Okay. That means I've got some swarms to deal with. The next up in the turn order is the Revulsors. And they've got a couple of targets here. Let's see. This one's going to move forward just about 5 feet. And actually, it's going to take its turn. Its action, which is obviously, we're going to start with the ear-splitting shriek. It looks like Echo 7 is outside of the range on this one. But if you remember, this is a 30-foot cone. And everyone gets to make a reflex save within it to first try and negate some of this damage. So that is going to be Sprouts, Trest, Zinnia, and 2 of the Inevitables. Okay.
23 for Sprouts.
Believe it or not, the operatives are mostly fine. Do you guys have evasion? Yes.
I do indeed.
All right. Great. Good. Nothing
So
happening
bite
there.
me.
It looks like Trest and the Inevitables, though, are having a rough time.
I played bass for Trest in the Inevitables.
Oh, boy. There it is. 3 failures, so 4d6 sonic damage. By Inevitables. 20 points of sonic damage. Yikes.
So which Inevitables are you targeting here?
It's the 2 on the northern side of the room.
What kind of a cone is that?
30 foot.
I mean, okay, whatever.
I guess I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like
from
the
his
right. It doesn't look like
corner.
the right shape. Yeah, but
Don't have the cone up, but yeah, he actually didn't even move forward to hit everybody, right? So that's just a standard action. This other one, I guess the other one's got to hit the other side of the room. So Devasho and the other Inevitable give me another. I guess I could try for Trest in this one too, right? There's 2 different cone shapes. Figure it out, Patrick. It's not been that long since we GM'd.
Oh, I hope I made it.
I should definitely know this, but how are cones shaped in Starfinder? Like, where do they
It's pretty much it's from the corner of a square, and you can either make one that kind of looks like a fan, that's like on a 90-degree, kind of like a 90-degree triangle, and one that looks like a little more of a temple. And I think that one, no, I don't think I'd be able to get Devasho and Trest and all of them. So we got another fail from an Inevitable and a pass from Devasho. So 46, getting rid of an Inevitable, and Devasho taking 6 points of sonic damage. And let's see. Let's go back and look at this ear-splitting ability. Everyone gets to make me a Fortitude save.
Including those of us who saved? Or no,
Yeah.
This is for Devasho, and who's this for?
It's for everybody that was in the cone, so everyone except Echo 7.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, where's your evasion now? Well, it's the same DC, so we've got some successes here. Oh no.
I haven't rolled over a 6 this entire night.
You are deafened.
Oh
Good
no,
sir.
except for my initiative, but thank goodness for that.
Yeah. So it's been a while, but that deafened condition, everyone else I believe has saved, gives you a -4 to the initiative checks and perception checks. Yeah, drops you down a little bit there. That is there. Actually, this one's going to make a move action, and Devasho, you can make an attack of opportunity because this Swarm of Vulture is going to charge you.
That is a bad idea, but I will accept. I will accept their mistake.
Oh,
never mind. They're a combat genius. How did they foresee the 4 on the dice? I'll never know.
You're slashing out with that warrior's talon, and that's against KAC. Or are you doing the EAC or the KAC version?
I would always do the all acid. I mean, it bypasses their acid resistance, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So I would always do the acid damage.
Acid. A 16 on the dice is actually a hit.
Oh, this Revulsor is a fool and an idiot. What a strategical nightmare.
Getting very excited about your 4 on the dice there. What's the damage?
22 points.
Okay, so it looks very shocked by seemingly what is like a swarm appendage swiping out and dealing acid damage to it.
Stop hitting yourself.
This other one's going to move up on you, Trest, and that will be the end of their turn. And last is the Swarm of Ephedrine. She's going to, boy howdy, I think hide behind the core of Ox. Let's just double check. It's got a ranged weapon with its bioelectric arc, so I think that's what it's going to do. It does need to be within 30 feet, though, so let me just double check. It has just 30 feet to Sprouts and Trest, and you've really only seen Sprouts do damage, so good luck, Miles. It's attacking you with this bioelectric arc. Let's actually make 2 attacks. Oh boy, there are my attack rolls. 16 and an 18 on the dice. 2 hits, and each of these is just electrical damage coming your way. In total, 17 points electrical. That is its full turn, which brings us back to the top of turn order. Trest.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I might as well use these abilities. I'm going to use my communalism for the day, and I'm going to spend a level 2 spell, and I'm going to make a weapons of war attack against this guy in front of me.
And communalism, you've got Sprouts on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Nodding in encouragement.
Right, exactly. This guy perhaps overextends a little in this attack with Sprouts, but I'm coming in underneath. And I guess, I don't know, we'll take the damage on whichever one is higher. Okay?
Oh boy. All right, so a good first roll.
Hey, even better second roll.
Better second roll. Jeez Louise.
Those are 2 great rolls.
Oh, yeah, baby.
22 to hit.
Is a hit, of course.
And 23 points of damage.
Nice. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. It is bloodied.
Yeah. Chop. Don't you... Nobody weeds my yard. Which is why I can't use it. It's full of weeds.
Echo 7, you're back. It's that crit fail wasn't as bad as it perhaps was intended to be. You are no longer blind by your gun's discharge. What would you like to do? You've lost your riding companion.
This spot right here. Oh, roll 20 thing. Is this a standable spot right here?
I'll allow it. It's a little piece of the machinery of the generator, it looks like.
All right. So Echo 7 is going to run over there, just put one leg up on it, real cool, and take a shot at the dude who's bloodied that's menacing Trest. And
this Revulsor makes sense. Go right ahead.
That is a 16 to hit. EAC.
Giving it a little bit of armor as you're shooting past this column, past your friends, but I believe this one is still flat-footed as well. Is that correct, Miles? Until the start of your next turn, right? Yeah. That will even the bonus and the negative out, which means that is a hit against CAC.
Yes. 15 points of damage.
Oh, you blow a hole clean through its skull, and it falls to the ground dead.
Yes.
Good shot.
Revulsor down.
Kill shot.
Ooh, gross. Okay. That means 3 swarm left. Sprouts, Marlowe, the one in front of you, now dead. You've got got 3 that you can fire on: a Korvox, an Effigiene, and a Revulsor. It's a swarm party pack.
This fellow right here.
The Korvox that hit you with the crit. Yeah. Oh, I forgot we're corroded. So the way it works, just like the burning condition, you've got acid eating into your plant flesh. Now, at the start of the round, before you make an action, do you want to roll a d4 for me and take that much acid damage?
Oh, I can't do a save against it?
You get a free one at the end of your turn. You can also, I believe, try and take a standard too.
It's a 1?
1 point of acid damage, and why don't you make the reflex save now, so we don't forget. I think we're at DC 11.
24?
So success, and you'll no longer take any damage. But it stings still. It still burns.
All right. Well,
payback time.
I've run my mouth before, so I'm just gonna take my shot. That's a CR7 or lower with a 16 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
All right. So he's gonna be flat-footed with a total of 17 points damage.
Ow! Ouch. Okay, you've hit him back for about as much as he hit you, right? So, ouchies, ouchies. He takes that full hit, and now it's personal, obviously. Zinnia, you are next in the turn order.
Right, I'm going to try to identify this swarm that is sort of right in front of us.
Korvox?
Yeah.
You've seen them before.
I mean, don't tell me, Patrick.
You can definitely get this one. I think you might still be able to get this one if you roll a 1. So.
Oh, okay, great.
Go ahead and roll it. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know these. This
33?
is one of the first bipedal swarm you fought on Suskelin, and I think you fought some just upstairs here at the university, so it's like all flooding back to you now. So a little bonus on this one. You're making an trick attack?
Yes, and hitting with my Thunderstrike pistol again.
All right, go right ahead.
We're trying to hit anyway. We'll see. All right, that's a CR 10 or lower on the trick.
Yep.
And an 18 on the attack.
A hit. And
oh, good. Not great damage.
On the damage dice, but still pretty good. What'd you get in total?
15. Not too bad.
It is bloodied after that sonic blast from across the room. Yikes. Okay, so that is your turn. No movement. Bringing us back to the Korvox, who, I mean, I did so well with this acid cannon. How do I not use the acid cannon forever? Let's use one of its other abilities. It's going to charge in, and as it does, make a psychic attack against Mr. Sprouts Marlowe. And that is going to be a will save. I need a DC 12 will save. First things first.
27.
Ooh. Okay, so made it, and only taking 4 points of psychic damage as it moves in, closes in on you and Trest. Devasho, we are on to you next. You've got a Swarm Revulsor in front of you.
My strategic genius is telling me to stab it.
Okay. Coming at this thing with a magical Hylaxian weapon.
Oh my.
Your magical Hylaxian weapon has failed you. Oh, and this is just a single attack. Any movement you want to do?
Yeah, I'll align my shield to this stupid thing.
All right, good, because it's coming back at you with some melee attacks this round. Good,
you
sir.
have no hope.
It's actually pretty good. It's got some good claw attacks. I think the other ones might have gotten at you upstairs. Let me just double check on this ability. Great. So it's just going to make a couple of claw attacks. 2 claw attacks against you. I can roll. If I roll like I've been rolling, hopefully at least 1 hits. Let's see. Bull attacks. Well, one's a 15 and the other is a 3. So I'm going to say 11 plus its regular bonus here. What's your armor class with the shield aligned?
26.
Oh no! If I hadn't rolled 2 attacks, these are 2 misses. I just
gets you.
Didn't get past the giant magical shield in front of this one.
It helps. It helps.
Ooh. Okay, then that is going to bring us finally to the Swarm Effigiene, who will... It's going to move forward to a column here, and it's going to try and help out its Revulsor friends and make an attack against you, Devasho.
Well, that's
electrical attack.
Extremely rude. Get out of here with your electric attack.
What's your EAC?
24.
Oh, nope. I've rolled even worse than that first one. That's a 7 on the dice, and that is going to be a miss, which means we're back to the top of the turn order, turn 3, with Trest, who has a Quorovox, a wounded Quorovox in front of them.
Making 2 attacks.
Oh, yeah. You've learned your lesson. It's go time. You're a monster. Oh, my gosh, you're a monster.
23 with the -4. That's 13.
Oh, my goodness.
Minimum damage.
Yes. Doesn't matter. It's dead.
Hey, the Revenge of Jabert.
Right. Let's see here. And I'm going to... I guess we're playing it. We're playing it. You can sort of take a move action afterwards, right? If you only made the 1 attack.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Because you basically just made an attack with a -4.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think you have a medallion that would allow you to do that as well.
Yeah, I also have the medallion. Yeah, I was because
if you take someone down, you're just like dun 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 dun. Right. You deadly do write it and just charge into the next battle.
I was planning on doing that after my second attack if I took him down, but then like I did it on the first one. I was like, oh, well, never
Either
been in
way,
this situation before.
You're moving in. Do you want to move in to help with this other Revulsor, or do you want to go for the big guy, the Effigiene?
Why not? Well, no. I know why not both, because
then you would be flanked as well between
I would
two
be
of them.
flanked, and Sprouts is taking a lot of hits here, because Sprouts would also be flanked. So I think Sprouts and I are just gonna step up here and step right up to the Effigiene. Maybe the Effigiene looks like it's trying to cast a spell or charge up a ranged attack, and I say, no, not with my sword.
Oh, it's got its main bioelectrical ranged attacks poised and ready to hit Devasho, but now in melee combat. Echo 7, we're back to you. It looks like you've got a clear shot now, perhaps, of this Effigiene.
And we're going to take it with heavy fire.
Okay, full action. Let's go.
27 to hit.
Making up for that critical fail. That is a hit.
So that's a 10 on the damage. But I believe I add my strength to that for an additional 4, so 14 points of damage.
14. The first damage on the Effigiene is on the board. Sprouts Marlowe, you are next.
All right. Well, I'm going to target this one right here.
The Effigiene in front of you.
Yep. And use my Red Star plasma pistol. Hopefully it'll... it's done okay by me so far. CR 17 or lower.
Not gonna fail you this round.
That's flat-footed. It's 27 to attack.
18 or 18 on the dice. Yeah, that is a trick attack. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
23 points of damage.
Okay. I can't do math here, but I think that's bloodied. It's bloodied. Oh, no. From one hit. Giant hit. Oh, I've got a new target. Don't you worry about that. Zinnia, on to you.
All right. Zinnia is seeing that all of her friends are taking this thing down pretty quick, so she's going to put her inhibitor back in her pocket and not shoot it. And I'm going to step forward just a little bit, stand right next to Echo so that I have a clear shot at the Effigiene, and take a shot.
Pistol fire, sonic energy, right?
Yes. So that's a 10 or lower on the trick attack, and a 19 on the attack.
Hit!
Yes, and that is 28 damage altogether.
Oh,
ouch.
Oh, it's dead.
Yes.
Almost max trick damage. 5, 8, 8. Oh, that's what you love to see.
That will do it.
We were on a roll there. That was good.
I think I had less than 30.
Well, it's about to come to a massive end.
Well, yep, the Quorovox is out of here, so Devasho, you are next in the turn.
Here comes disappointment. I'm going to try to just wrap this up by using 2 attacks like an idiot.
Alrighty.
Attack.
Against EAC, though.
Yeah, attack the first. Don't worry about that one, fam.
No, we've already did. Oh, wait, does this not include your -4 to it?
No, it does not.
Oh, so that would be a 12. That is a miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Roll better than a 4. How about?
I'm. Oh my gosh! I quit.
Oh no! I think Tyler's rolled 4 on his attack for like 2 turns in a row. That was 2
It's
4s.
the exact same damage too. That is.
Oh no!
It's like it just.
Which wouldn't have been enough to kill this thing.
It's like
Excellent.
It literally
gets
cached. It's.
it gets a turn. I can't believe it. I thought this combat was over like Tyler. Oh boy. Let's see here.
We wait for him or just kill him while he's gone?
No, I'm gonna attack. I'm just looking at all my abilities. Sorry about your attack rolls, Tyler.
It's okay. Mother Pronger.
I think it's gonna just have to continue its claw attacks and
Patrick rolls around here and crits me. I'm just.
roll a couple attacks. Yeah.
I'm just.
Oh, no.
I'm done.
Oh,
I said
thank you, Tyler, for saying that.
You can record without me. Just tell me the damage. Text it to my phone.
Yeah.
You gotta quit saying it out loud, Tyler.
20 on the first one, and we get to see this thing's melee damage come to life.
Before you calculate that, can we at least call
That's
out a patron?
Oh boy, we can't forget these patron callouts, everyone. We had a crit on Miles too, so let's do a couple while Tyler is apparently getting another beer.
Oh my god, I could feel it coming as soon as Tyler was like, if Patrick quits me right now.
And you just saw the 3D die roll right over.
You can feel it. The air was thick with 20.
Tyler not even in the room, and we can still hear him. Ugh.
Good
Do you
times.
think Roll20 knows that it's Patrick's birthday?
You must.
Oh, thanks, Roll20. So first shout out from Ice King Nexion to the crew of Cosmic Crit who helped push me to start recording myself. I'm going to roll a d6 and a random Cosmic Crit member will tell us something you're comfortable revealing about yourself, and we'll go down the initiative turn order here. Rebecca, what are you comfortable telling us about yourself?
Oh, I knew it was going to be me. Oh, I
Of
don't
course
like
it
that.
was.
I don't like that question. My
Any
most
other
interesting
hobbies?
fact is I almost drowned when I was 3. So there's
Oh
that.
no!
Yeah, that's my
Now
most
you-
interesting fact.
You don't have a pool. And then we have another shout out
Your
question
most
from
interesting fact. Come on.
Think it is.
Jonathan, a longtime patron, who has been listening recently and asks, "What's the story behind the Goblin King name?" And that's Drew and Rebecca's firstborn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where did that come from?
Well, we know where the Goblin King comes from.
Yeah, the Goblin
Right.
King from the Labyrinth. When Rebecca and I had our first child, you may notice we don't refer to our children's actual names fairly often on the internet. We like to keep it, we like to let them get old enough to make the decision to reveal themselves online at some point. And so, as we were recording the More You Nerd podcast, we kind of just, asked our listeners, hey, what should we name our child? And we posted it, and a bunch of people submitted ideas, and the one that won was the Goblin King, and that is why our son is referred to as the Goblin King.
That is why your son's legal name is the Goblin King.
Yeah.
Dance, magic dance.
Don't tell anybody. That's the secret.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, these call outs have helped me stall, so I have enough time to calculate the damage, Tyler. It's just 21 points of slashing damage, because the second attack is a miss. But boy howdy, I wish they were a higher CR so I could have taken a card with them. That is this one's turn. It's still up, and we're on to turn 4. Trest, we're on to you.
All right. Me and little Sprouts we're moving in on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting the flanking action in. We're going to cut this mamma jamma down. 17 plus 2 for flanking is a 19.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh, 21 points of damage.
Oh, it's bloodied now. Taking a lot of damage between you and Devasho. Echo 7 onto you.
Right. Echo 7 is going to take a few steps forward to the east, to the southeast. He's going to take a cool-looking pose against this gross, slimy swarm column and take a shot with the azimuth artillery laser. Here we go. It's a 16. 4 on the dice.
Against EAC, that's a hit.
Yes, for 10 points of damage.
You guys are way too accurate with your weapons. It is near dead. It is holding on by a thread here. You see it's been sliced. It's got acid damage, energy damage, but it is not dead yet. Sprouts Marlowe, can you down this thing?
We'll see.
A feather will knock it over.
Ooh, but it won't be Sprouts. CR10, but only a 12 on the dice.
Not enough, unfortunately. Zinnia, do you have what it takes?
All right, I will try. Oh, that works. That's a CR10 or lower on the trick, and 28 on the attack.
Oh yeah, 1 hit point would have done it, but you've put up 23. It is dead, and we're out of combat.
Woo! Oh, man. That's 2 kills in 1 combat for Zinnia. That never happens.
Mark 'em, everyone. Whoever's keeping track of all the kills every season for the wiki. Right, and you can rest up if you need to, because it's going to take probably about 10 minutes or so for Zinnia to get to these repairs on the backup generator, get it started up and working cleanly.
Sprouts is definitely taking a rest.
Can we? Can we plug batteries into this thing while it's in the process of booting up?
You don't know if it will be able to charge something like a high capacity battery. This is a fairly clunky looking machine, but
I've
as
only
you
got low capacity.
well, as you take a look over it, actually, I can give you. If anyone doesn't need to rest, you can take a look around the room and you can find things. There's more loot in here, an engineering toolkit, an industrial welder with a full charge high capacity battery, which is the welder is kind of like a weapon as well. There's a small box on the janitorial closet with a note in Sheeran written on it. You can find Tress that says for emergency use only, and inside you find a magical crystal, which, why don't you give me a mysticism check?
Oh, I will.
See if you can identify this right off the bat.
Oh, 16. I'm back to rolling very low.
So for identifying this one, we just take a look what level it is. You might need to roll a little bit better than that. Does anybody else want to take a look at this mystery?
Yeah, I show this to Devasho. I say, what do you think about this? Ooh.
What you got, Tyler?
Devasho has a 21 on mysticism.
Excellent. You have seen Aeon stones before, so this is a little easier to identify, but 21 is exactly what we needed, I believe. It is a Viridian Balbus Aeon stone. Viridian Balbus Aeon stone.
I don't know if Devasho can even pronounce that final, so he probably would just say it's a green Aeon stone.
It is a level 6, and these are a special form of Aeon crystals that come from the Veskarium, and the popular story is that the Vesk liberated the design from the Skittermanders when they conquered Vesk 3. As this crystal orbits around you, if you guys want to give it a try, your speed increases by 10 feet.
Dang.
Pretty powerful one. It's worth 4,200 credits if you want to buy your own, but it's a fairly powerful. I imagine some of our slower PCs might be interested in this technology.
I don't know if Sheeran can drool, but I think Trest might be.
There are repair supplies like parts and UPBs in 3 cases that are about 2 bulk each, next to the welder and some of these other things by the janitorial area. And in total, between the 3 of them, there are a lot of UPBs, 8,000 in total.
Woof, we can build a thing with that.
looks like this is what the school would use for repairs all around the building, but I imagine you have a better use for them. And then finally, there's an emergency battery pack by the backup generator that has 6 long-drained ultra-capacity batteries that can be salvaged with another engineering check if you've got one for me. Oh, and there's also a Gelugone fire extinguisher here as well.
Another one!
And if for the completionists out there, I'll just go ahead and tell you, you found all 5 in the university.
Yes.
Hey.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that's all of them.
You see I literally just got PTSD from watching Rebecca's roll.
And it's a natural 20 on the engineering. So they are uncharged, but it doesn't look like the battery here will be enough to charge them up. Or if you did, it would take a long time and maybe not the amount of time you would have on this backup generator. But it starts chugging along, and you see a few emergency lights around the basement here start up, and you can turn off other machinery, but it sounds like it's pumping to the air works, it's pumping to the piping system. You can turn those off, and do you guys want to head back to the server rack room?
I think we need to do that.
Yeah.
Quick stop.
Oh, yeah. At this point,
that Gelulon.
Well, he's not really on the way, right? I mean, the server room we get to.
You guys can do the server room. I'll go get this to you.
Well, I'm actually trying to count how long it's been, and I think he'll actually find you, because after about an hour of work, he comes back with 3 of these Gelugone fire extinguishers kind of welded together in parts and Frankensteined into what looks like indeed a very heavy weapon. And he's like, I think I've got it ready. Is there any more swarm that need freezing? No. This is a makeshift weapon, but it is one on page 21 of the Starfinder Armory. It is a gelid hail cannon, GELID hail cannon. So it will work just like that. And I believe that is a 2d6 cold, 2d8 cold and piercing.
Oh, nice.
Weapon with the automatic feature.
For our power armor user, I believe.
How excited are you, Drew?
I'm very excited to have something new. Oh.
It's upgrade time. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, baby.
It has the staggered critical. So you're going against KAC on this, but it's a little more damage than you've normally got. And it does have the automatic feature. So if you want to burn or I guess freeze an entire group of swarm, this will be the weapon to do it with. Right. So let's get back into the server room, and you can start turning on the power to the server rack and plug in a computer and start looking through the data. I imagine, Rebecca, that's something you want to start doing here.
Yep.
Make me a computers check. It is basically a tier 1 access terminal to connect to these servers, so it's pretty easy. DC 17, and you've got
that was a 21.
Mm-hmm. Easy peasy. So it looks like you can get through like the main server and figure out which one has the backup to Galczak's data, and at the same time you can also find Dr. Mokahat's the data that Zastis Gravelark was looking for, and you can do a download of this data. You can take the physical racks as well if you want. You're able to narrow them down very easily. What would you like to do?
Can I detect if there's anything beyond the surface data, like anything hidden in archives or anything worth digging deep for? I'm just wondering if it makes sense to just take a backup, or do we really need the servers themselves?
It's up to you. It looks like just about everything from each of their computers is on one of 2 different racks. So you're pretty sure that if you download the contents of those racks, that data would be just about anything that came from their computer.
Okay.
But
do I have the data storage space to just download all of that data?
Yep. I mean, for the most part, you have tier 1 or 2 computers that you can easily download it to. You just got this small statuette of Hylax. You can download it into if you want to.
It's like a novelty USB.
I imagine it's kind of like a Funko Pop that is a computer as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Of Hylax, like little bug Funko. Come on, Funko. Starfinder figures win.
Or Funko PCs. I can't wait for that. That's
So do you?
Well,
do you
I think. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense to lug the servers around, right? Like, I can just put all the data on a drive, and I'll just take that.
I guess I should. You can tell that the racks, each of these drives will work as a large data module and would sell for about 10 credits or so. But why don't... Yeah, no, that's fine. You just want to download
Hold on. 10 credits? Yeah, that's not worth it, right?
Okay, calm down. Do you want to take a look at the data that you've downloaded?
Yeah.
Okay, so opening up Dr. Galczak's files here, you find a huge depository of what looks like his notes. And starting up the first one, it reads... in your guys' comms. These are the notes of Professor Galczak from the personal office of, my historic Zesh University locale on the subject of the Shirin Exodus and the escape from the Swarv Hive Mind. Chapter 1. He clears his Shirin throat, takes a long breath. You hear the sounds of papers shuffling, and then a glass noise as water is being slurped into a bug's mouth. There's a low cough, then a nose cavity violently blown into a handkerchief, followed by another long breath, and then a sigh, followed by Professor Galczak taking a deep breath and saying, "To be continued." Oh!
How dare that professor?
I was going to comment that this podcast needs better editing.
Oh. All that it could be cleared out
with just a single button.
Boy howdy. So you have successfully gotten a good deal of loot out of this university, I will say. I'm going to put all of this in your guys' loot folders, but boy howdy. I understand there's not much loot you can put in a swarm extractor imago. That would make sense, but looks like you've got a lot to make up for it here.
Yeah, this is
I'm happy to get it all in one lump sum.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks for playing with me.
Thank you.
You. Oh, listeners out there, thanks for making my birthday wishes a couple weeks ago come true. Listen to the podcast. We'll see you next week, everyone. Take it easy.
Good night.
See you later.
Night, everyone.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Cosmic Crit. This episode has been made possible through a sponsorship with Roll20 and the backing of our Critamander fans on Patreon. Thanks again and have a great week.